Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sideline. Holly?
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Straight ahead, it's McAllister. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Sprinting away. The 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Out wide right, it's Johnson. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Going to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood looking to the big tight end. Out wide left, it's Hansen. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Driving forward, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Turning it on! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On the draw, it's Clark. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Left side is Hunt. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and the level the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Always always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing, Sellers. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Now on the move. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out. Force the fumble, get the big play for the team.
Quick give, it's Marshall. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later, and finally they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. I really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Underwood to throw. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. Looking for the edge. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Throwing, Underwood. Finds his man. To the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. A great catch and run for 6. The AT unit on the field.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Hits inside. It's McAllister. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. A run for the quarterback. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sellers. Rush is on. Quarterback gets the first down. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Sellers to throw. Right down the middle. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to run it. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Sends it back in motion. Underwood. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time, the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Out wide left, it's Mark. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. They'll send the back in motion. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. He's stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Knocked down immediately.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to get the corner. And the ball is free on the pitch. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Right side, it's Bell. There he goes! He's at the 50. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Throwing, Underwood unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wolverines! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll need some urgency to get something on the board before halftime. 11 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 10. First play of this drive. Going over the top. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the Yukon Huskies taking on the Maryland Terrapins. And it's Connecticut able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. The outcome today brings them to 4-1 on the season. That is a solid start. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time?
Makes the grab in their space. Past the 50. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Underwood on the play action. He's got his man across the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
Out wide right, it's Henson. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina offense is back on the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. From the gun, it's McAllister. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They go play action with Sellers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Throwing, Sellers. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great play, winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Look out! Still looking for a man. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Bennett. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. It's really good timing between those two on that play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Underwood. They're all over it. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Trying to get started. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Delayed handoff. It's Clark. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Sellers. Left side is McAllister. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for...
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Moving the pocket, it's Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes a grab on the shot. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll pull it down. First down and more. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Looking for running room. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, and the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the 4th quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Here's Sellers to throw. Fires deep on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Now here's Sellers. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Your defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get some. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, Michigan! A pick 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Throwing Sellers. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Rush right in his face. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to football back.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Wants to throw one first. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sellers to the air again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest?
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad...
Oh, he wants it all. He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You've got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Wolverines with a golden opportunity, but the key to the drill is turn it into points. Keeps it, looking for room. He's past the sticks. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They put the brakes on him. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. Gets the back moving. Here's Underwood to throw. Working that. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Sellers. Throwing right. He's got it. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Here comes the heat. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snap again. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Keeps it himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. The kick is on its way. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Corners are going to bail. Rush is on. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The Gamecocks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's Sellers to throw. Under pressure. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Got it looking for the first down. At the 45 on its way. There he goes. All the way inside the 30-yard line. A huge pickup on the play, but this one might be coming back. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Throwing, Underwood. Look out. They get to him as he throws.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Here's a throw downfield late. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys.
He's going to take a shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop them. The defense finally came up with a play.
4th down, Sellers. He's taking the deep shot. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.